Hello, everyone. Welcome to this little bonus stream that we're having today. I decided that we're gonna stream Caleb's Myth today. I actually already have done it on my own, but I still wanted to stream because, well, I know that some of you got a little bit curious when I first streamed Love and Deepspace, and maybe you would want to see more of the gameplay. So here it is. Hi, Live, Laugh, Love. Welcome to the stream. Hold on, did I update my question command? Question. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good. I wasn't sure because I've prepared stuff for this stream 2 days ago and I already forgot what I did when I haven't, but I've prepared everything, which is great. Miss you so much. Well, I never left. I never left. I was still here, but happy to see you on the channel. We're gonna wait until more people join. We have, I think, like around 2 hours of gameplay, because when I was doing the myth on my own, it took me 1.5 hours. But considering that I'm probably gonna be talking and commenting as we're gonna be playing the story, then I assume it's gonna be at least 2, maybe 2.5 hours. So we have time. You like my videos? I'm happy to hear that. Hope that you also enjoy Nikki content. All right, I don't know how many people are gonna show up, to be honest, today, because it is kind of a bonus stream. I don't normally stream on Wednesdays. I also finally deep cleaned my PC, because I tried to deep clean my stuff like every 3 months, and I wanted to deep clean my PC before my birthday last month, but I just didn't have time. But finally I did it and I feel just so much more fresh. Like, there is something about deep cleaning your space that just feels so much better. Hi, you. What is this sorcery? The sorcery is called Kato was feeling like it and she had time. No, normally on Wednesday afternoons, I would ideally want to stream like this, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I often have like family stuff to do on Wednesday afternoons. And Monday and Tuesdays are like completely out of the question because I usually film and edit all of my stuff that I need to do on Monday and Tuesday. So I'm usually super busy on those days. So Wednesday is like the only time that I can do it. And this week, for once, I knew that I'm not gonna have anything to do on Wednesday. So here we are. Oh, hi JK, welcome. How is everyone today? I'm all right. I hope that you've been doing great too. It's already the 9th of April. Oh my gosh. I feel like April just started. Actually, it was just March. If you really think about it, it's almost a month since my birthday. I feel like my birthday was just like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago or something. Yes, YouTube isn't having much delay today because I've checked the settings of what was causing it and I figured it out. I know what was causing it, and now the latency, so that delay between what I'm saying and what you guys are seeing, shouldn't be that big. Hopefully that is gonna help with the overall experience for my YouTube people. Tired but good. I know, right? April is flying by. I feel like I'm not even gonna blink and Easter is already gonna be here. And I'm like, the day just started. Also, funny enough, my childhood nickname was Mevs. Really? That's cute. Later, let's put more delay so we do more ads. But that's the thing, it was already at max delay and I didn't even realize. Like, you can't go even higher than that. That was maximum. So, but also, you know, it doesn't affect the amount of ads that you have if you have bigger delay, because it just means that the stream is gonna start a bit later for YouTube people and then it's gonna end a little bit later. But the time itself is gonna be the same, you know? It's just slightly pushed to the later hour. What else? I've written down like stuff that I want to tell you guys. Oh, you know what? You guys know that I'm on a journey to play Marvel Rivals and being better at it. I started aim training, and I finally ranked up from Bronze 3. Granted, I didn't rank up above Bronze, but I ranked up to Bronze 1, which to me is a success. I was hoping that I will be able to maybe go to Silver, which is the next rank, this weekend. But unfortunately, I was having like the worst games on Sunday. It was such a chaos. And I mean it in like the worst, most negative way possible, which is everything that could go wrong was going wrong. You know how in a lot of these games, people who are almost like pro players, they create alternate accounts and then they just essentially bully inexperienced players in lower ranks. So it's called smurfing. I didn't know about smurfing, but I've learned thanks to like Marvel Rivals community. And like I've had a game where someone was playing Winter Soldier and he was just like, he had like 50 kills. That's a lot, let me tell you. That's like insane amount of kills. And clearly this person was like a pro player, but they decided to bully people who don't know how to play the game well. And it's so funny because like obviously he was in the opposite team. So we lost. But at the end of the match, when you already finish the game, you can chat with the opposite team and just like say something like GG, right? And people from his team started just flaming him, saying like, dude, it was not fun to play with you. Like, why are you here? Go play on your main account. And I'm just sitting there like, you were the ones that won the game. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm glad that you're standing up for us. But it was so wild to see the winner's team flame their own teammate for smurfing. And they literally said, dude, it was not fun to be with you in the same team. Like, it's not fair. And I'm like, wow, justice was served. There are actually good people that stand up to this type of behavior. Because I feel like normally, if you would get that type of advanced player, you would be happy because you're like, oh, wow, okay, at least I'm not on the losers team. But like in this case, people were genuinely upset and they were like, why are you smurfing? Why? Go play on your main account. Why are you doing this? I feel this 1000%. Yeah. Silver will be in no time. You know what? I hope so. I hope so, especially because like I'm really trying my best to train my aim. I am aim training, like maybe not an hour, but I try to do at least half of an hour every day. And I do see progress. It's just that this progress is super slow, but I'm trying my best. My internet friends would call me Cherry. Oh, because you have that Cherry username on YouTube as well, right? So I assume you use that a lot. Overwatch is so much worse than Rivals with it, which is why I prefer Rivals over Overwatch. Yeah, I've heard that. I never played Overwatch or Valorant. I started seeing a lot of gameplay of those games on my YouTube shorts simply because I started playing Marvel Rivals and was looking up tutorials and stuff for this game. So I started seeing also these gameplays. But I'm just like, sometimes I'm listening to those people just being so horrible to one another and saying so many mean things. And I'm like, why are you playing this game if you're so angry? Like, take a deep breath, close the PC, breathe some air. What did I miss? You didn't miss anything, Mackenzie. I'm just talking about my Marvel Rivals experience because I started playing like around a month ago. So I'm still pretty new. You is as always slaying. I agree with that. Oh, both of you got 70% Riz today. Well, it'll be mine Riz. Please. Oh, what happened? I saw something happen, but I didn't know what. Oh. Wait, I didn't realize that when I write it on both platforms. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. How do I... Oh, I'm gonna toggle off YouTube. We don't have that comment on YouTube, just in case you don't have that comment. But also, my risk percentage is 19. I feel like that's fitting, considering that I'm just feeling sometimes like I'm such a mess. Okay. And one more thing. One more, like, to me, it's a very exciting thing. To you, you may not care. But you also guys know that, like, a couple of months ago, I started doing my own nails. I was never really, like, a nail person, but I really wanted to get into it. And this weekend, I did my nails, and I'm genuinely so proud with the way they turn out that I just wanted to show you. And so I wanted to do, like, cherry blossom inspired nails for April. So this is what they look like. Hold on. Maybe I can, like, zoom in a bit more. As you can see, like, I did flowers. This is hand-drawn, all of that. I did it myself. And I'm so proud of the way they turned out. Like, aren't they cute? I mean, obviously, this hand is slightly worse since I'm right-handed, right? So it was more difficult to try to draw with left hand. But I'm just so happy with the way they turned out. So I wanted to show you. Because I was able to show you my previous nails, but I didn't want to because I was not happy with the way they turned out. Also pretty, better than anything I've ever done. Oh, thank you, Yui. So pretty and so clean. Good job. Thank you. They're not perfect, like, especially around the cuticles, but, like, I'm getting there. I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to understanding what I'm doing each time I do my nails, but it's still a work in progress. Okay. You're very accurate and your nails are cute. Nice job. Thank you. The thing is, I've never had my nails done professionally by anyone either. So I don't really know what to do. I just learned from tutorials online. And if I do something that is not correct, then, well, it is... I'll blame the internet. Okay, let's go to Love and Deep Space. Alrighty. I hope the sound is alright. I mean, I can't really go lower. Oh, my frames are dropping. Hold on. Is everything okay? I hope it is.
Did something out there catch your eye? You were gone for a while.
I think the sound should be alright. At least on mine end, it's alright. I can't go any lower, unfortunately, like the music and such. This is as low as I can get. I can either turn it off or have it at the 1, so we're gonna go for 1. Less than 1 week, my nails get messy because they grow too fast. Yeah, I also have this issue where I feel like my nails get messy after a week, but I think it's because of, like, the way I apply my nail polish and how I use the UV lamp and such. Or, no, I don't have UV, I have the LED lamp. Either way, I feel like my technique is not right, and that's why they start getting messy. But I think I'm getting there slowly. Hold on. Why you... Don't get stuck on me, please. Like, can I do this with you guys? Maybe we could. But I don't know. Let's see, actually. Hold on. The auto-equip, who are you gonna give me? Oh, Raphael, but, like, I don't know if I can win with these cards. Alright, let's see. Let's test it. Pursue. Because as you can see, I've leveled up all of my Raphael cards to level 70. I'm not all of them, but the 5-star ones. And now I'm working on Caleb, and I think I'm gonna focus on Caleb now. I want to get all of the 5 stars to level 70, then I'm gonna bring them up higher. And my goal is actually to level up all of the
tsunami
Caleb cards, just because I want to. Message deleted. What did you write, Yui?
My shark is hungry.
What was the suspicious message that got deleted?
Yeah.
I'm a nail biter and I bite the skin around it, so I appreciate 9 nails. Oh, that must be really painful.
What an eyesore.
I don't think I was ever really biting my nails, fortunately. But I do have extremely fragile nails. That's why I wanted to get into gel nails, because they're way more hard, right? So it's more difficult to break them.
I'll show you.
And I don't know, I'm just on a journey to having nice nails. Because I've always respected women with nice nails. I'm like,
tiresome.
That's nice.
So
this might be a little loud because the combat is a bit loud. Oh, I don't think we're gonna do this, guys. Honestly, like I'm
need
looking
you.
at the timer
Just a scratch.
and also how much
be
life we
fine.
have left of the enemy.
Come, my shark
You
is
want some
hungry.
cheese now?
Now.
From
Trying to
talking
run
about
away.
cheese.
Not so fast.
What does it show me? Message deleted.
I'll show you.
Ouch, my hands.
Oh.
My turn.
Okay, I already know
I'll show you.
why.
Did you spot its weakness?
No, it's not
you
the.
okay?
It's not that.
You were too
It's
close
not
to it.
that. You said nothing wrong.
Raphael.
It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
word
get it.
after nail,
Good job.
what you wrote, right?
Have you ever heard of a hat trick?
This
Can you
word
try pulling a
specifically
fish
is
out of
banned
that
by
hat?
me,
Come, my shark. Here's
but
our
you didn't
chance.
say anything wrong. So
Watch out!
I just heard
It's
that
gonna
people
blow.
put glue on their nail
3, 2,
polish.
1,
Glue?
Run.
A little late, don't you think?
Glue on nail polish?
Oh man, you recovered so fast.
I have no idea what you
Keep
mean
it.
by that. Yeah, we're not doing this.
I'll
We're
show you.
super cool. But do you mean like they put it underneath like acrylics? Or like on top of the... I've never heard about anything like that. Oh, hello. Why is it not showing now? Beep, beep, boo. Is it working? No, it's not. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that. Okay, maybe it's gonna work. Okay, I see that this is not in my favor, so just gonna do it like that. Bye-bye, Mackenzie. Good luck. I'm scared of it not getting off. I've never heard about anyone using freaking glue on their nails. I don't think that's safe, honestly. Unless it's like a special glue. But I don't know. Oh, I'm almost at 60, sorry, affinity. With Caleb. Oh. I sent you some coordinates. Check them out when you can. Celestial coordinates? Perpetual coordinates? Any type of wanderer? I don't know. Celestial? Nice, you still remember what you learned when you sat in my classes in Skyhaven. Have you found the woods at those coordinates yet? The weather's perfect today. You should be able to see it easily. Oh, that's so cute. Stop. But it's such a beautiful nebula instead. You want to share everything? Is the Rosetta Nebula? I don't know, maybe. I see it. It looks like a little... It looks a little like the Asiatic Apples Nebula you showed me. I thought it looked familiar when you sent that pic. Seeing this nebula today made me remember it's the one I saw in some files before. Too bad I'm just resting at home. The flowers have already wilted. Going to the planetarium. I don't know. The planetarium has an exhibition with holographic projections of nebulae. Do you want to check it out with me? If we run into your colleagues again like last time, I hope you'll introduce me by name instead of just a friend. Oh my. That's honestly horrible. Like, the fact that they don't go public about them being together, like, come on. Come on. You're scared of your grades? You'll do well, you. Don't doubt yourself.
I promised this would be our...
It will be all good, don't worry. Okay, I think now we can start. We have to go to date. Caleb. I also got the first card in the Lucy the Dream myth, but I don't have the second one, so we're not doing this one. We're gonna do the Decoherence, which is the one that I did the pulling video for, and also it's the newer one. So here we have 9 chapters to go through. I don't know if I need any backstory if I need to give you a little backstory, I assume that those of you who have watched either my stream last month or just in general play this game, you have a general idea of what this is. And if not, then enjoy this random sci-fi story. I just need 2 points on yesterday's exam. You'll be fine. 2 points? I know you can do it. Immortality once brought lasting prosperity to Philos, and yet even it couldn't prevent the stagnation born from unchecked desires. When time ceased to be a limitation, the Philos civilization was unable to escape its inevitable decay. With the exception of the capital and its surrounding regions, which still clung to their luxurious lifestyles, most of the land had fallen into ruin. Remnants of advanced technology lay scattered across the planet, but a majority no longer worked, or they were simply forgotten. Philosians longed for their former glory, but they had to accept the bitter reality of societal and technological decline. The ruling elite in the central district maintained their authority via strict surveillance, but beyond that illusion of grandeur lay something far worse. The more you traveled across the planet, the more you saw an empire in decline and the signs of an unavoidable demise. Strife raged tirelessly across the land, and the regime could only cling to life by relying on devastating weapons. Among the rebel leaders, a piece of intel circulated between them. The secret weapon that had crushed countless uprisings was a modified combat android designated as A01. From The Fall of Philosian Civilization, Preface. Oh, I'm happy that you can now enjoy your emotes again. Othan Research Bureau, I think?
We have lost control of X-02, requesting emergency response protocols to be activated immediately.
There you are. Can you hear me? I'll wake you up. We're going to get out of here.
Real-time data of my vital signs flicker across the transparent glass of the experimental pod. A boy who's approximately my age and wearing a powered exoskeleton just like me touches my cheek against the barrier.
We finally meet, A01.
So if you didn't catch it, A01, it's us, the MC. She is the weapon that is constantly being used in the war.
I'm X02. There's been a security breach, and the laboratory's control system was hacked. We can only run away while they're trying to fix it.
The stranger opens the experimental pod and extends his hand towards me.
Let's run away, A01.
I am A01, a secret weapon created by the government. My body was modified and encased in a powered exoskeleton. My consciousness can't be controlled as needed. People fear me, avoid me, and alter my configurations. So why would someone reach out to me? Without thinking, I take his hand, pull out the tubes connected to my body, and step out of the experimental pod. The boy leads me through labyrinthine corridors, and we dodge patrol robots at every turn. We break through several disabled barriers. I leave the lab fully conscious for the first time. Othen Laboratory is entirely underground. The boy leads me through a hidden passageway and remains silent. Maybe it's to avoid being detected. Only the sound of our footsteps fills the dark, empty tunnel. No problem, JK. No problem. Take care of every task you need to do. At the end of the passageway lies a vast expanse of wild grass. The sky floats between night and day. In the gloomy darkness, the wasteland stretches endlessly before us. There's no telling how long it will take to traverse.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect the tunnel to lead us here.
Good luck studying, Yui. The temperature outside is significantly warmer than the lab's. My body registers the heat.
Is it too hot for you? It's currently summer. The laboratory always felt the same, but it's different outside. The sweltering heat, the sweat, and the thriving trees. This is the summer I know.
The long grass grazes my calves as the warm night breeze sweeps across the field. The vivid sensation is foreign to me. We keep moving. Despite knowing we could be caught at any moment, I feel strangely at ease.
Everything outside the laboratory is new. I'll take you to any place you want to visit. I guess you've only ever been sent to battlefields. You must hate areas like that.
Walking beside me, the boy seems lost in thought.
I've been sent to one of those battlefields too. It was a desert, and the war lasted a month. Some soldiers would search for fresh fruit during their breaks. There's this fruit that comes from a tree called Silver Glow, and it glows with a silvery white light. Even its seed shines.
His fingers, encased in his powered exoskeleton, gently rest on my palm while he speaks. The cold black metal traces my palm and leaves behind a seed that emanates a soft, silvery white glow.
I kept one as a keepsake.
Oh. I pick up the tiny seed and observe its soft light flicker through its patterns. Taste? It's like the first time we actually speak. Surprised, he lowers his head to look at me.
Do you want to know how it tastes?
I nod, and the corner of his lips immediately curls into a smile.
If you want to try it, we'll find those Silver Glow fruits. Now you have a place you want to visit.
I pause and turn to look at him, but his holographic visor hides his expression. Why do you want me to have a place I want to visit?
Because then I'll have somewhere I want to go too.
I don't understand. I feel like I should speak in like a bit more monotone robotic voice when I'm using like the saying MC lines, since she is technically like an human mixed with an android, I guess, a little bit. And she's in this moment where she doesn't necessarily understand human emotions. So I could try to mimic that.
It's because I'm your friend.
His voice is clear and certain.
My job is to take you to the places you want to visit.
As if reflecting the brightness in his voice, a golden ray of sunlight ignites the pale-colored horizon. A tender, golden red glow spreads from the edge of the sky. It becomes more vibrant with each passing moment. Sunlight pierces the morning mist and illuminates the dewdrops on the grass. A dawn unlike what I've seen before arrives. I can't help but stop and look at the sky. Summer. daybreak.
Is this the first time you've seen it?
I don't remember. They erase my memories once I return to the lab. My gaze returns to his face.
Once we're out of this wasteland, it'll be more difficult for them to find us. And the system can only erase memories it knows about. What we see now is ours alone. A secret between us.
This is also so tragic to me, the fact that they're essentially like weapons, right? They're being sent to war to win the wars. And then when they come back to the lab, all of their memories are being erased. So even if they wanted to really learn how to be a human, they can't. And they're just stuck in this, I don't know, like they're not even aware essentially that they're suffering. After thinking for a moment, I point at him. Calming, encouraging, bright. Caleb. Secret. He seems to immediately understand what I'm saying.
Is that a code? It sounds like a name.
Wait, 0 or O2? I think 0. X02. Caleb. He leans down and gently pats my head with his armored hand.
Can I use it as my name?
So essentially it's MC that named him. Caleb. His voice is lively and gentle.
Of course. I won't let you forget. From now on, we can experience this together every year.
Also, from what I know, but I haven't done Silas's myth, but I think the same thing happens with Silas, is that Silas also doesn't really have like a human name, and MC just looks at him and is like, ah, yeah, you look like a Silas. And so he just sticks with this name for the rest of his life. He's like, oh yeah, I guess I'm Silas now. And I guess this is what Caleb does too. But I feel like in this case, but maybe it's because I actually have done this myth, so for me, it's like a nice thing that Caleb decides to take the name that MC gives him, because he didn't even have a name, right? He was just like a lab experiment.
And Caleb will be someone you see every day.
He extends his pinky finger towards me. Perplexed, I look at him.
Hold out your finger, like this.
I hesitate for a moment. Then I raise my right hand and extend my pinky. Our armored pinky fingers hook together.
Now we've made a promise. We'll stay together every day and never be apart.
Oh.
Test subjects have been located. Activating capture protocols. Use any means necessary.
Well, our happiness lasted very short. Our promise barely began before it was broken in the cruelest way possible. I can hardly recall how I was captured. My mind is a blur of laser fire and soldiers collapsing under my floating blades. The place where I was first tested... What? The place where I had first tested freedom turned into that familiar battlefield in an instant. The boy protects me from a lethal laser blast. He falls in front of me.
Get out of here. Run.
I stab my floating blades into the soldiers and ignore the wounds I continue to get. My vision blurs. Through the haze, I see his body dragged away by robots. Caleb. A dull thud resounds as a laser pierces my powered exoskeleton. I fall onto the blood-soaked grass, and the sky turns into a blinding blood red. Amid the sea of blood, a faint silver light flickers before my eyes. The silver glow flirt. I said flute instead of fruit. The silver glow. Why is it a tongue twister? The silver glow fruit. I don't know when the glimmering seed fell, but it now rests beside my right hand. With the last of my strength, I struggle to wrap my fingers around it. This is the last image I remember before losing consciousness.
2 test subjects have been apprehended, commencing full examination followed by solitary confinement.
The last thing she did was to protect that
comprehensive
seed
examination of the test subject.
that she got from Caleb as a little gift. That loathsome, familiar voice invades my ears, but my mind remains foggy.
A01. Energy signature. Destructio.
It's kind of like her superpower, I guess, the destructive energy.
Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 91%. Comprehensive modification and repairs required. Initiating the memory extraction protocol is recommended. X02. Energy signature. Construo.
That's Caleb's power.
Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 78%. Prioritizing the extraction of its energy for A01's repairs is recommended.
Books on tape? What do you mean by that? I should do books on tape. What is it? But don't worry, JK, you know, I can sometimes stream the game for you so that you get the experience. You will not have to worry about not playing the game.
Activating memory extraction protocol for A01. Keywords are as follows. X02. Friend.
Hi, Sandies. This is so sad that immediately when they captured them, they're wiping their memories again. But you know, because of the brain is a little bit more complex, so they kind of have to look for keywords in the memory, and they are looking for these two. So like, I guess the Caleb's official lab rat name, I guess, and friends. Oh, it's people who record themselves reading a book. Oh, I've never heard about that. I don't think that... Would you guys enjoy me just like sitting there and reading a book? I feel like that's so boring. My subconscious is plunged into chaos as a boy's face keeps appearing in my mind. The scent of wild grass in summer and how plants touched my skin, the silver fruit seed, the sunrise, our hooked pinkies, the promise we made. A daybreak unlike any other, one that will never fade from my memory. X02, Caleb.
Memory extraction complete. We will now proceed to modify and repair A01.
I love that they cheated the system. They were like, oh, the keywords are X02 and also friends, but MC gave him a name. She tricked the system. They don't know that she named him Caleb. Now they can't get her memories. Oh no. I used that one day to remember someone who didn't have a name. My memories are once again consumed by the lab and battlefields. My body undergoes more modifications. Stricter control mechanisms are imposed on my body and mind. I'm sent out to a fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. Then, I'm sent out to a fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. I'm sent out to a fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. Then I'm sent out to a fight. I kill. I never get another chance to escape from the lab. But deep within my consciousness, I repeat that one name over and over again. Caleb. That's so sad. It's like the only thing that is keeping her sane, essentially, in this lab. It's Caleb. Experiment ID AX42B, date, Phileas calendar, year, blah blah blah. Recorded by Othin 17 198. Objectives. 1. Determine the nature and interrelation of A01's and X02's powers. 2. Observe their behaviors and responses under various environments and stimuli. 3. Assess the planetary impact of their powers. Ocean Research Bureau, report number 8341. Ten years later. As usual, I'm confined to the experimental pod. My mind is hazy, but I can still see and hear. I just returned from the battlefield. Fragments of violent images still flash between my thoughts. I try to find my one solace amid my chaotic memories. Whenever I think of the name Caleb, I get a moment's respite in this endless loop. However, the memories tied to that name are shrouded in fog. Well, that's one way to stop thinking or overthinking. The silence in the laboratory is shattered. Violent tremors begin, the seamlessly sturdy walls crashing down. The transparent wall of my chamber breaks. In the dust, countless fragments reflect a single figure. Here's the man! A tall figure wearing a powered exoskeleton approaches. A mix of familiarity and strangeness grips me upon seeing that black armor. He reaches out and touches my cheek against the transparent barrier of the experimental pod.
Do you recognize me, A01? I'll wake you up.
I feel his fingers touch the crystal switch at my throat. He taps a few times on the holographic panel that appears. It's as if a fog is lifted. My senses return to my body. My lips tremble as I look at the man before me. I search through my memories, but only one name surfaces. Caleb?
That's me. The rebels have attacked the Central District. They're looking for you, A01. The lab's systems have been destroyed. We can use this chance to escape.
We? I don't know who you are. I only know your name.
I'm Caleb, your friend.
Friend? I feel so bad. Because he remembers everything. He remembers, and she doesn't. Ah.
All you need to know is that this isn't our first time escaping.
I like this Caleb's outfit. Me too. I really like it. I've seen so many people compare this outfit to the Nier Automata outfits. I've never played this game, but I know the general aesthetics of it, and yeah, I see it. I really see it. There's a strange familiarity in his voice, which stirs my fragmented memories. I remember escaping with Caleb before. He is taken aback. Then he extends his hand towards me.
I promise, this will be our last escape.
He looks like a Max Steel? A Max Steel? What is that?
The test
Let's go.
subject has escaped, requesting interception immediately.
Gotta run. It's a doll. Oh, I don't know what that doll is. The laboratory collapses under heavy bombardment, but the robots continue their relentless pursuit. We end up fighting our way out. Caleb leads me to a hidden underground warehouse where, to my surprise, an aircraft awaits. He skillfully pilots it and takes us into the clouds despite the intensifying gunfire. He looks like 9S a lot. I assume it's like one of the characters, right? It's the first time I see Love and Deep Space, and it sounds a lot like Nier Automata to me. It might be just like Caleb's story, because Caleb is like the most sci-fi related story. Because other stories, I think, maybe, hold on, Savior is also very sci-fi, but I think if you go for someone like Silas and Zane, I think they have more of like a fantasy aspect to their story. Because, you know, Silas is a dragon, and Zane is like this, I don't know, wizard, warlock, something like that. But the overall story, like the general story without the romance, is very much sci-fi. Because it is in the future, there's like aliens that attack. The aircraft slices through the sky, and the massive laboratory is already out of sight. Does this mean we've escaped?
Not yet.
Warning. Multiple aircraft detected. Estimated hostile forces exceed 200 units. Immediate action required.
It looks like the government is more interested in capturing you than fighting the rebels.
I think the worst part is that if that situation was real, then yeah, that's probably what they would have. That would happen. They wouldn't want to let go of their best weapon. Hi Laksh, welcome. They want me as a weapon.
They won't last long without you. But the rebels won't let you go either.
Are you scared?
This is our last escape. We either succeed or die. Being captured isn't an option.
Outside the windshield are swarms of aircraft piercing the thick clouds. I stand and walk toward the cabin door. They'll try to shoot us down. Protect the aircraft.
You're the one I need to protect.
Before I can react, he's already beside me.
This is our escape. I won't let you fight alone.
Oh. Yay. I love that. Caleb opens the cabin door. A dark, gloomy force spreads from his palm and suspends our aircraft in midair. You're evil.
I'll help you.
I nod and leap out of the cabin. Held aloft by an invisible force, I summon my floating blades. The giant black swords swiftly strike the approaching aircraft one after another. Thick smoke engulfs our vision as enemy aircraft burn and explode. They're like a firework display, celebrating our escape. Endless lasers wave a net of destruction, and it's impossible to avoid. Both Caleb and I are struck. I'm used to pain, and we have no choice this time. Hi, Afflict, welcome. We're having a battle right now. The last enemy aircraft is sliced in half, and it plummets to the ground. I look down at the burning wreckage far below. An exhaustion I've never felt before hits me. The injury-induced dizziness returns. I fall backward, yet I don't plummet from the sky. A pair of hands catches me from behind, and my body relaxes. I can trust the person holding me. It's good to see you having fun. Thank you. I am having fun, honestly.
Emergency protocol has been deactivated. Switching to autopilot mode.
I just in general really want to focus on making content that I just simply enjoy. I just don't want to force myself anymore. My mind is still a blur. I groggily open my eyes to see him.
We're leaving the Central District. They shouldn't be able to catch up to us for now.
Resting on the floor of the cockpit, I watch as he kneels before me and examines my injuries.
Your mechanical body is severely damaged. I'll do my best to repair it.
He gently lifts my hand and turns my palm upward. His other hand aligns perfectly with mine.
I suspect this is your first time being repaired while conscious. You might feel some strange sensations, but that's normal.
What am I watching though? So it's like a sci-fi romance game. And right now we're playing what it's called like myth story of this character. Caleb is like my main boy in the game. And myths are like previous reincarnations of the characters, because that's like kind of the whole story, is that there's multiple reincarnations of each character. And this is like the previous one, and we're learning about it together. Our connected mechanical parts seamlessly shift and form a transfer port that locks our palms together. I'm not sure if I imagined it or not, but I feel a cold energy tinged with pain flow into me. I try to pull back my hand, but Caleb gently squeezes it. Our fingers intertwine.
Just a few more seconds.
A sharper pain crashes into me, and I feel as if every wound is set aflame. My body burns and my mind teeters on the edge of chaos. It hurts. Caleb, it hurts so much. I feel so bad. He can't stand watching her suffer, but he still wants to help her. So he's like, I know I have to do this. Sounds fun, but the romance is too much. Yeah, it's not. It's not to me. I like romance stories. He stiffens for a moment. Then, he carefully moves his other arm to pat my trembling back.
It'll be okay. I was always the one to repair you when you returned from battle.
This is also a pretty good, crucial information for us, because I was saying that earlier, that we don't remember what was happening to us every single time we came back from the battlefield, but he remembers, because he... I don't know how to say this, but like, our job is to essentially be a weapon. His job is to repair us, like constantly. Hi, Con. Welcome. Enjoy your food, Afflict. And so, yeah, he has watched us suffer over and over again, go to battlefield, and he's always responsible for essentially like fixing us, quote unquote, repairing. I instinctively hug him with my free hand. I rest my head on his shoulder, as if this gesture could somehow ease the pain. Don't leave me.
I won't. I will never leave you again.
The burning pain inside me gradually subsides. The energy flowing through me changes from freezing cold to warm. It's like I'm returning to a place that feels like home. I slowly close my eyes and feel an unprecedented, I don't know that word, sense of peace in my heart. Deep down, I believe that when I open my eyes again, I won't be alone anymore. Have to go through the romance to enjoy the good story. You see, you're looking at this incorrectly, because I'm like, I have to go through the story to get to the romance. Like, this is a romance game, guys. What do you expect? Like, what do you expect? Come on. The same with, like, I don't know, you pick up a romance book and then you're like, oh my god, why is there so much romance in this? Yeah, I wonder. Oh, well, how are you doing, Con? How was your day? Caleb gently places the girl in the co-pilot's seat as a desolate landscape appears outside the porthole. Even though the aircraft has left the central district, he doesn't feel relieved. His energy is fading. He could repair her damaged body before, but now He can't even restore her to a stable state despite using all his strength. Their powers are bound to the same source, so as one grows stronger, the other becomes weaker. His decline can only mean one thing, that the structural energy is getting stronger, coinciding with the escalating strife that continues to engulf this planet. And when this energy grows unchecked, the first thing it destroys is the vessel containing it. So, in other words, the more power you use, the more destructive it's going to be for your body. You know? You don't go through to the cake to get the cherry. The cake is the focus here. Caleb flavored cake to be specific. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Caleb is a cake. He is. I'm doing good. Just got home. I'll get dinner in a bit and then lurk while studying. Ooh, good luck. I hope that you're gonna have a nice dinner. Experiment ID A01 UW175. Objectives. 1. Use visual and auditory stimuli to make A01 intermittently aware of X02 existence and observe her reactions. 2. Analyze A01's emotional state and energy fluctuations to assess the fundamental attraction between the two. 3. Evaluate the stability of A01's autonomous consciousness and behavioral patterns after becoming aware of X02. This is so messed up as well. Like, they noticed that these two feel some sort of attraction towards one another, and they're like, oh, how about we make an experiment out of it? I don't know how long I've slept. When I open my eyes, I find myself in a small rocky cave. A small campfire burns at the cave's entrance. A familiar figure is looking to the dancing flames. I slowly step outside to see a vast desert. Caleb hears me and quickly turns around. His holographic visor is gone. I can't help but stare at him.
What's wrong? Do you feel unwell?
I've never seen your eyes before.
Did they look weird?
Excuse me? A man who literally has galaxy eyes is like, oh, do my eyes look weird? No, they look beautiful. Hello? I walk up to him, cup his face, and look into his eyes. I don't blink. Your eyes, they remind me of a scene.
What kind?
An image surfaces in my mind. A sky floats between night and day from many years ago. The summer sky just before the sunrise.
That's something we saw 10 years ago. How much do you remember?
I shake my head. Only bits and pieces. And your name. He falls silent, then he pats the spot next to him.
Are you hungry? Let's eat something.
He gives me a fruit. Its red spines were burned off. He does look like he does. Like, you know? Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, a good metaphor for Khan could compare Caleb to a cake. It's not nutrition nugget. His expression becomes one of utter disgust.
We're no longer in the lab, so we're never eating those things again. These are red thorn grass fruits. They're rich in protein and nutrients.
I take the warm fruit and bite into it. Slightly charred and crispy. It's salty. He closely watches my reaction.
Do you like it?
It's not bad.
Here, try this.
Also, this is a fruit and it tastes salty. That would be on my bottom of the tier list of different fruit, I'm telling you. Fruit has to be sweet or sour. No, salty. He speaks in a more cheerful tone as he gives me a berry with blue and white stripes.
It's a blue stripe berry, perfect for quenching your thirst.
I pop it into my mouth. Cool, sweet juice encases my tongue. For a long time, my taste buds only knew the artificial flavors of Nutri-Nugget. But thanks to the single berry, the world beyond the lab has revealed itself to me. It's sweet. So this is what sweetness tastes like.
You like it, right? I'll remember that for later.
God. So Khan's message for those of you who are watching on YouTube. You see the 3 C words in Kato's Twitch bio? It was supposed to be Caked Caleb Connoisseur, but alas, the game wasn't out yet. Should I change my Twitch bio to Caked Caleb Connoisseur? This is ridiculous. Hold on, I need to write it down. This is too funny. Absolutely. Caked Caleb. I don't even know how to write connoisseur. 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 Alright. Absolutely. You seem to be knowledgeable about these fruits.
I was deployed in a desert once. The environment and vegetation were a lot like this.
A sense of familiarity washes over me. I reach into my pocket and pull out the silver fruit seed I've kept hidden. What about this? Do you recognize it? Surprise flashes across Caleb's face, and his eyes light up like they've caught the fire's glow.
You kept it this whole time. It's a seed from the silver glow fruit. The fruit itself looks like this.
Before I know it, a fruit emanating a soft silvery white glow appears in my palm.
Do you want to know what it tastes like?
I nod and bite into the fruit. Sweet and sour flavors blend on my tongue. There's also a hint of bitterness. The taste is hard to describe in one word. But I don't hate it.
At long last, I brought you to a place where silver glow fruit grows.
Oh, he's promised to her. He said that, oh, I'll take you to a place that fruit grows in. No problem, you. Have a great rest of your day. Seeing my confusion, he responds with a relieved smile. Did we make a promise before?
Yes. This was part of it.
Do promises made many years ago still need to be kept?
They must.
His voice is gentle, yet firm, and the moonlight watching over the wasteland casts a soft glow on his face. An emotion wells up inside me. I want to remember the promise we once made. She really wants to get back those memories. Because she's starting to care about Caleb so much. She's like, oh, it's a good person. I don't know why I immediately have the Aladdin song, I Can Show You the World. But like, that's kind of what it is. He's showing her the world. After we finish the fresh fruit, Caleb puts out the fire and moves the spare sleep pod from the aircraft to the cave. The inflatable sleep pod quickly takes shape, and he starts to set up another one. I don't need it.
This sleep pod will help your body and mind rest properly.
It's too cramped. I don't like it. I sit down and lean back against the rock wall the rock wall near the cave's entrance.
Are you going to sleep like that all night? If you
Yes.
don't like the sleep pod, use it as a mattress inside the cave at least. Then you can stretch out.
The cave isn't any better. Hi, Rover. We have the main character of Wuthering Waves with us. How are you? Caleb looks at the dark, cramped cave and seemingly comes to a realization. He moves closer to the entrance and sits down next to me. He positions himself as if he were my shield. How are you doing?
Right.
I'm doing great. How are you?
You know,
You're good?
I also don't like being alone.
It's very windy near the entrance.
That's why this spot is mine.
I turn my head and our gazes meet.
In the lab, we were actually separated by one wall.
Stop.
And it was a mirror in my room. I didn't realize it was one way until it got destroyed. You were in the room next to mine and could always see me, right?
Again, that's so messed up. He couldn't see her, even though like he knew, I think at least, that she was right next to him. But he only saw a mirror. But on the other hand, she was always aware of his presence because she saw him. It's been a while since you saw my content. Oh, I see. No, nothing's stopping you from catching up. I nod as I recall the transparent wall. It was like a stage built for an audience of one. Me. The sole actor on that stage was a prisoner. The boy in the outer room. Confined to the experimental pod and unable to make a sound, I was forced to watch his loneliness and play out. It felt like an experiment. It was an experiment.
Were you able to hear me?
All kinds of plants can grow in the desert. There are blue stripe berries, red horn grass, and the silver glow fruit you were curious about as a child. Would you like to go to an amusement park? I used the system to find the dreamiest one in all Phylos. This amusement park floats in the sky. Even the clouds are pink and purple. I want to take you there. It's like a paradise. You'll like it. I calmly repeat his past monologues. He's slightly stunned. Well, I see. I make content that I enjoy making, so. I heard everything you said in the lab. But only now do I realize you were talking to me. The wasteland's moonlight is reflected in his eyes, and his expression seems more animated.
Then you must have heard what I said every night.
No! Good night. My one and only.
What about you?
I had no one to say those words to. So, I never said them. As well as the Genshin Spark. I've heard so many people say that, honestly. Like, especially with Natlin. I don't know what it is about Natlin that people just, like, lost the entire passion they had for this game. He turns to look at me, and his gaze becomes serious.
Have you given yourself a name?
I pause before looking at him. No one has ever called me by a name.
Well, now you have someone who will.
Oh, a fortune cookie for Khan. In human endeavor, chance favors the prepared mind. That's deep. That's a good fortune con. It's a romance game, Rover, so if that's what you're implying, then yes. It's a romance game, so there will be intimate scenes. Catherine. That's the name of my character, by the way. He lowers his gaze and carefully repeats the name several times. When he looks up again, his features soften.
From now on, we'll hear the words we want to hear. Good night.
And a JK fortune cookie. Enjoy life. It is better to be happy than wise. I don't think that happiness is the opposite of wise, or that these two things are mutually exclusive. But okay. I'm not too sure about that. Yeah. I think honestly, a lot of the times wisdom allows you to be happy, you know? Like wisdom that comes with, I don't know, working on your mental health, for example. Understanding how to take care of your body. That's wisdom. All of that is wisdom. And you can't be happy if you don't work on yourself. So I think you can be wise and happy. Yeah, exactly. Good night, Caleb. I close my eyes and listen to his steady breathing nearby. I consciously rest my head against his shoulder. I slept well that night. No sudden awakenings, no dreams. I love Genshin, but I can understand Natland Archon Quest feels weaker. I don't know. I literally haven't even done the Archon Quest, and I feel no motivation, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe at some point. It's wise to be happy. If you're not, it's to work towards being happy. Yeah, I think wisdom is about constantly trying to work towards happiness. Because I don't think that happiness is really like a goal that you can achieve. I think happiness, it's gonna sound so cheesy, but like happiness essentially is a state of mind, right? It's constant work, constant self-awareness, constant improvement. Just trying to do better every day. Oh, and speaking of happiness, we have a fortune cookie connected to happiness. If you're happy, you're successful. Damn. What is wrong with our fortune cookies today? I also don't really agree with that. Well played, bot. I think the bot played itself, you know? Another experiment ID. Objectives. 1. Create a simulation of the planetary threats that could arise from the energy fusion between A01 and X02. 2. Research and design preventative measures to stop the energy fusion between A01 and X02. I'm really happy you're making content you want. I watch you for you. You know, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Caleb doesn't remember most of the dreams he had in the laboratory, except for one. It's a vivid dream that reoccurs frequently. Past an endless tunnel of space and time at far ends of the universe, a blue planet orbits peacefully. The planet's inhabitants closely resemble the people of Phylos, but everything there is full of life. It's in stark contrast to the declining Pylos. The images in the dream are vivid. He seems to know how the people live there and how the scenery flows. More importantly, the planet's energy always feels familiar and nostalgic to Caleb. It carries the unique aura of rebirth. Perhaps it's not a dream, but a distant memory. Oh. So Caleb, I guess he has these dreams of his past incarnations, and he remembers that there are planets that have better life situation than this one. I appreciate it, Rover. And if you want like variety of different games, I do play more variety on Twitch, like when I stream. On YouTube, it's kind of hard to do variety, if I'm being honest with you, because it's not in favor of the algorithm. But on Twitch, I do try sometimes new stuff. We fly our aircraft to get as far from the central district as possible. But the aircraft was hit with heavy bombardment. It's constantly malfunctioning. Eventually, we're forced to take a risk. We land on the outskirts of a ruined city to look for parts. As we enter the desolate streets, wary and curious eyes follow us.
Linkshire was once as lively as the Central District, and now it's rare to see a new face.
A black market merchant greets us in an unremarkable corner of Old District. Despite her friendly tone, her sharp, scrutinizing gaze reveals her caution. Especially since we're still clad in combat armor.
So, where are you two planning to go with these parts?
Before I can respond, a small hand tugs at my finger.
Are you both robots?
Oh. Kids in this game are so adorable, by the way. Twitch isn't very sustainable in India? Really? I have a lot of people that watch from India. I mean, a lot. Okay, maybe not a lot, but like I've met a lot of people who say that they're from India and they use the platform freely. So I guess maybe it depends for you. I look down at a little boy and shake my head.
But you don't look like everyone else.
She's my friend. Have you ever seen robots that have friends?
It's cute. The little boy shakes his head.
I've always been alone. Is having a friend any different from being alone?
That's so sad.
It's different.
Caleb glances at me.
Having someone always be there for you, it feels different.
But my grandma is always there for me too.
You brat. Sorry about that. This is my grandson, Kolo. He hasn't seen many outsiders, so he's curious.
You're from outside? Which outside?
Which? How many outsides are there? Oh, it's not like really a part of the entertainment culture. I see. I think here, honestly, people don't watch streamers that much either, unless you're already kind of really deeply involved in like the gaming space and you just communicate with people all over the world. But if I were to talk to like a random person, let's say, I don't know, I met someone on the street, they probably don't know what Twitch is. They probably would be like, oh, what's that? Hi, Willow. How are you? I hesitate. I don't know the names of places on Phylos aside the Central District.
The edges of deep space.
The edges of... What's that?
How are you? I'm also doing good.
It's the origin of all Phylosians. Our ancestral homeland, basically.
I probably look just as bewildered as the little boy right now.
There aren't many deserts between the cities there. People enjoy traveling to see all kinds of landscapes.
His expression is honest, as if he experienced it firsthand. Did he get this from the cognitive domain system?
Do they have these? My grandma worked really hard to get them for me.
The boy pulls out several white paper ornaments from under the table. They're neatly folded.
Paper is rare on Phylos, but on that planet, it's an everyday necessity.
Imagine living on a planet where there's no paper. That feels insane to me.
Almost every child there learns to fold simple objects.
His understated tone makes my mind wonder.
What else? Tell me more.
Caleb casts a side glance in my direction. Then he crouches down to be at eye level with the boy.
I'll tell you, in exchange for getting some unfolded paper. How does that sound?
Well, the kid kind of got tricked, to be honest. He got like valuable...
Miss Nikki.
He gave us valuable paper.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
In exchange for a story. Thank you so much, Willow, for the follow. When we left Linkshire, we took the aircraft parts and the precious white paper I'm holding right now. Back inside the aircraft, Caleb gets straight to work without even resting for a bit. Lying on his back under the control panel, he swaps out internal parts.
Regulator.
I hand it to him, but my gaze keeps drifting to the nearby paper.
Are you curious?
Have you visited the edges of deep space?
I'm not sure. I don't remember being there, but these images keep appearing in my mind. They feel like memories from a long time ago.
As he finishes the repairs and pushes himself up, I hold out my hand to him. What games do I play nowadays? I mean, I play Nikki, Love and Deep Space. Right now, I'm finishing up Omori, and I've done some research on different games that I want to do, for example, on stream. But I don't know which one I'm gonna do after Omori. I have a whole list, but the thing is that I'm waiting for at least one of those games to be on sale, because they are kind of expensive. Oh, sorry. He hesitates before letting his cold, mechanical hand clasp mine. I pull him up. I don't have memories like that. He carefully studies my face.
Is that envy I see?
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, because MC doesn't know... She doesn't know how to recognize emotions yet. So she probably is feeling envious of the fact that he probably have seen other planets and she just was confined to the lab all the time. Bye, Rover. Thank you for being here. But you look happy when you talk about that place. Is it even happier than the dreamiest amusement park in Philos?
I've never been to either place, but that amusement park isn't far from here.
Caleb raises his hand and taps the air to bring up a holographic screen between us. With his finger, he draws a simple sketch on the screen.
There's a hover train that weaves through the amusement park. It'll pass by the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster,
and the merry-go-round.
You remembered that.
I remember everything you said, including the amusement park's coordinates that you kept repeating. I write out the numbers I heard Caleb say many times on the holographic screen. You want that car? Hi, Iviko. The Caleb one? I'm not gonna read these coordinates. My hand stops exactly where his fingers rest on the other side.
Do you really want to go there?
You said it's a place that makes people happy. I don't know what happiness is. Oh, sorry. You might have heard the doorbell. But it's my mom. It's my mom. Don't worry. His expression falters for a moment. In that fleeting second, I can discern the emotions in his eyes. Caleb places his hand on the holographic screen and makes it disappear. My hand touches his palm.
I'll take you to any place you want to visit.
That's so cute. Sadly, my memory... sorry, my phone has no memory. Yeah, that happens a lot with these games, right? That's why I'm playing this on an emulator, because I literally couldn't play it on my phone because it's way too old. You really want to go there while hand holding? Yeah. He makes sure, you know, that he has the consent. Come on. Maybe it's just my imagination, but when our hands touch, in spite of the powered exoskeletons, I unexpectedly sense warmth. I look up at him. Because you're my friend? He seems slightly taken aback. Then a gentle smile appears on his face.
Yeah. It's because I'm your friend.
I didn't understand what having a friend meant before, but over time, I found my own definition of that word. Maybe I'll understand what happiness is when we arrive at the amusement park. Caleb accesses the aircraft's controls, and we take to the skies once more. Did I get Varisa? I don't know what that is. If it's a name of a card, then I don't think I got it because I don't recognize it. We're no longer running away. We now have a destination. Oh, a new character in Genshin. I don't play Genshin, guys. You see how detached I am from Genshin. I don't even know what that means. I'm like, oh, what is that? And another experiment. We love to see it. Objectives. 1. Reconstruct the energy transmission network within A01 to enhance the test subject's absorption and release capabilities. 2. Reinforce A01's powered exoskeleton and insert environmental adaptation modules to improve the subject's adaptability and stability in various environments. Yeah, Miko, if you haven't noticed, I haven't posted a single video since October on that game, and I also haven't touched the game since then. Caleb often woke up in the middle of the night when he was still in the laboratory, and there would be a severe ache in his chest. At first, he thought he was sick, but he soon realized that pain had nothing to do with his physical health. It felt like someone deeply connected to him was suffering, and he felt her pain through an invisible bond. Oh, so every single time that MC was suffering, Caleb also felt her pain. Because it was even said earlier that they come from the same source, quote unquote. So like, I don't know how to say this. It's like they're in a way connected to one another. They're like a reflection, and imagine like soulmates, I guess, but not really. It's not really soulmates, but it's like, imagine that type of bond between two people that is very strong, that they can feel each other's pain. Caleb knew she endured the wounds and mental erosion and the torturous modifications. She had to bear this inhumane pain because of the destructive energy she was born with. He wished he bore all that pain in her stead. This thought became a thorn in his heart that grew only inward.
Approaching designated.
We're learning about like
landing mode.
a past reincarnation of Caleb now. I mean, Caleb and MC, because it's their shared past. So I can't spoil what happens next. I mean, I can, but like, what's the fun in that? The aircraft has reached its destination, but the dreamy amusement park is nowhere to be seen. The remnants of hover train lie scattered on the ground as if to prove this wasn't just our imagination. The amusement park did exist at one point, but now only its rotting remains stand before us. Lost in thought, I stare at the wreckage.
This planet is big. There must be other amusement parks still present.
That won't be necessary. I turn around and calmly look at Caleb. It's okay to not know what happiness feels like. I've matured just fine. I start walking toward the aircraft, but he grabs my wrist.
Let me show you a magic trick.
He releases my wrist and deftly unfolds, and then refolds the white paper he got from the boy. Before long, he places a delicate white paper crane in my hand.
Let's see how far it can fly.
Although I'm confused, I play along. The small paper crane glides from my fingertips. It flies into the distance, and my gaze follows it across the desolate ruins. It circles back toward me, but just as I reach out to catch it, it levitates before my eyes. Did you use your evo? As soon as the words leave my mouth, I realize I'm floating. I look down and see Caleb walking through the air. He's heading in my direction.
The hover train is gone, but there's always another way to reach the sky.
I love that he makes her dream come true. Even though like the amusement park is gone, he's like, I can be your personal amusement park. I will keep my promise. During the previous battle with our pursuer's aircraft, I hadn't paid attention to the sensation of floating. But now that I'm suspended in the air, I feel like I lost my balance. He steadies me, and the familiar pull of gravity returns.
For my next trick, I'll turn this place into an amusement park just for us.
Oh, so sweet. The paper crane levitates and leads the way. Caleb holds my hand and guides me through the night sky. From above, the amusement park no longer looks like a bunch of ruins. The Ferris wheel, roller coaster, and merry-go-round, they stand like frozen relics of a bygone era. The wind and clouds are woven to form a vessel beneath us, and I turn to look at him. He's beside me. Caleb.
What is it?
This feeling I've never felt before. Is it happiness?
If you like this feeling, then yes, it's happiness.
After thinking for a moment, I gently pull him closer. He leans down. I see my lips curve into a smile in his eyes. I like this feeling. So, I'm happy right now. Caleb stares at me as if bewitched. It's like he's seeing something completely new. Did I say something wrong?
Not at all. It's because...
He gently touches the corner of my mouth with his index finger.
This is the first time I've seen you smile.
Stop! That's so precious. I also touched the corner of my mouth. It curved upward because I'm happy.
It's not just that. This also changed.
His fingers moved from my cheeks to the corner of my eye. Caleb, your eyes and mouth also changed. I touched the corner of his eyes and lips.
Yes. Now we can see our happiness reflected in each other's faces.
I love that he's teaching her about these types of things. Like, this is what happiness feels like. This is what it does to you in your body. That's so sweet. But I still don't know what makes you happy.
You.
How could anyone compete with this guy? I'm just saying. He softly says the single word. The evening breeze tousles his hair, and the distant stars are reflected in his gaze. Just as I've come to understand happiness, I also understand what it means to have someone who's always been there for me. Memories of Caleb flash through my mind. Walking in mid-air, paper crane, the wind blocked at the cave's entrance, silver glow fruits, campfires under the night sky. A familiar yet unsettling feeling sweeps over me, and my consciousness begins to blur. It's just like those moments before my memories were erased.
Pipsqueak?
You when I not consume constant sad media. Smiling discovered. Why are you consuming sad media, Con? You need to consume more happy media to discover more smiles. I lower my head through his gaze. I lower my head through this haze. The crystal embedded in my powered exoskeleton gives off a faint, blood-red glow in the darkness. My mind spins in the chaos's embrace. Even breathing feels painful. As I collapse into the arms of the person beside me, a sharp sound charges towards us. Golden beam pierces the darkness and grazes my powered exoskeleton.
It's a surveillance drone. Get behind me.
Countless pairs of golden eyes suddenly light up the night sky. They're like a pride of lions surrounding their prey. More golden beams are woven to create an intricate net. They're trying to trap Caleb and me. I try to summon Floating Blade to counterattack, but my fading consciousness prevents me from using my evil. Behind me, a golden beam strikes. As it pierces my chest, I lose my balance and fall. Caleb catches me. Focused, he uses his evil to lift the passenger railroad cart into the air. It serves as a makeshift shield. He carries me into the floating passenger railroad cart while he lasers relentlessly attack its exterior. I can hear the muffled explosions. My senses are about to disappear. Even the pain in my chest feels like a distant, phasmato sensation.
Listen, I know your mind is in disarray.
I'm fine. You need to go. I try to push him away, but he pulls me back in his arms, using an even greater force. He leans down to my ear. His calm voice is steadfast.
You must remember what I'm about to tell you. Don't go back to the aircraft. It's most likely being monitored. Return to Lingshire and take shelter in an abandoned house.
I can't leave you. The passenger railroad car buckles inward under the ruthless gunfire. The increasing number of strikes is a warning. It won't hold for much longer. Yes, enjoy your lunch, JK. Caleb presses his hand against the back of my head. Our foreheads touch. There's no fear in his eyes, only a burning light belonging to someone who's ready to face death.
You won't be taken back there, and you won't die. This is our last escape, I promise.
His other hand grasps mine, and the transfer ports in our palms connect. A flood of energy surges into me. It's not the cold, soothing kind I knew before. Caleb, it hurts. The energy burns like a raging wildfire. It consumes every fiber of my being as if to hollow me out.
Don't be afraid. This won't take long.
A shrill, ringing noise echoes in my mind as unfamiliar energy takes over my body. It drains whatever remains of my energy. I struggle to break free, but his arms hold me tightly.
Forgive me. This is the only way.
No! I suddenly realize he's exchanging his energy with mine. No, Caleb, you can't bear it.
But I'm willing to do it.
He pulls me closer. Our heated breaths mingle as our bodies seem to merge.
I will give you my fate, and your fate will become mine.
The energy courses through my very being to claim every part of me. In a matter of seconds, my body accepts this new presence as if welcoming back something it had lost. A dull ache throbs in my heart as I desperately fight to stay conscious. Why? He responds with a small smile, and his lips brush against my eyelids.
Because I'm your friend.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, you're not really acting like a friend.
He's willing to do this. To die for you.
Oh, let's stop. He will do anything for MC. That's how much he loves her. In this close moment, I see his farewell and that smile. It feels like our final goodbye. My lips move, but the word I want to say won't come out. Friend zone? No, he's not friend zoning, because the thing is, like, he just taught her what being a friend means, right? And so now imagine trying to teach her what love is. I don't know, I don't think MC's at this state where she can understand what love is, you know? So he's like, yeah, I'm a friend, I'm just like a really close friend. Caleb. As my words slip into the darkness, I see Caleb turn and walk out of the passenger railroad car. He levitates in the air as massive black swords materialize behind him. The floating blades, forged from my energy, now serve as his weapon. So if you didn't catch it, they kind of exchanged their powers. So she used to be like a weapon, right? She had the destructio energy powers, and now they swapped. So now he can use essentially her powers. Self-induced friend zoning. He kinda did it to himself. A massive swarm of drones surges towards him to attack the newly reborn combat android. He raises both hands. Gravity is warped, and the black hole that manifests shreds the machines into pieces. Caleb turns his head to take one last look at the passenger railroad car. Then he leaps into the sea of metal. Oh, he went there to sacrifice himself for MC. I wake up in the wreckage of the hover train's passenger railroad car. All the surveillance drones have vanished into the night sky. They took Caleb with them. The sky floats between night and day as another summer sunrise looms. The amusement park has returned to being ruins. I'm alone once more. The space around me feels like a laboratory, boundless, yet still a prison. Caleb's energy is warm and calm, like lake water under the summer sun. It carries the essence of life and hope itself. He took on all the pain and darkness, so I'd only be left with this pure hope. If I were to ask him why, he'd probably smile and give me that answer. It's because I'm your friend. My heart feels the pull of a familiar force. I know Caleb is alive. He's just outside of my reach. Instead of hiding in an abandoned house like he told me, I searched the ruins of the amusement park without rest. The pull my heart feels grows weaker. I don't know what's happening to Caleb. What if the connection breaks before I find him? I force myself to move faster. I need to cover more ground. Caleb, wherever you are, please hear me, sense me, wait for me. I will find you. I'll wake you up and make you hear me say your name again. I lost count of how many days and nights I've traveled. I don't know how far I've gone. The ruins of a city rise in the distance. It looks like the outskirts of Longshore. Light fades from the weathered buildings as another night approaches. A feeling swells in my heart. Caleb is nearby. Climbing over the rubble of building, I see setting sun casting light on the lonely wreckage of an aircraft. My heart races as an invisible force pulls me. The person I've been trying to find is close. I move to the other side of the abandoned aircraft. Caleb leans against it. His eyes are closed, and the cockpit cables are connected to his back. The aircraft's energy isn't enough to repair his system. The scene mirrors the moment he found me. Hold on. My dad is yelling, but I don't know if he wants something from me or my mom. I don't know. The scene mirrors the moment he found me in the laboratory. It's as if our fates had been switched. Keeping my emotions in check, I approach him one step at a time. Why that face calm? His breathing is steady. I can't read that fast, MC. His breathing is steady. Let's see if he reacts. I think I can press it.
Target acquired. A01. Activating elimination protocol.
Is something controlling him? Back away. Trying to break free.
Error detected. Execute A01. Execute.
Caleb, please.
No. Command. Rejected.
Oh, he's trying to gain control back over himself. He said to hold. He said to hold, so I'm holding my hands out. Okay. You're gonna wait for a long time. Oh, look at them. Holding hands. Oh, so cute. Have you returned to me?
you hurt?
No.
You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
Hi! Thank you so much, Crafty the Wolf, for the raid! Welcome in! How you doing? How's your stream? Let me quickly give you a shout out. We're doing Caleb's Myth right now. We're kind of like halfway there. And we just got from the moment that they were separated and now they're reunited. Oh, you were playing Icarus, I think? Well, I don't know what this game is. Can you tell me? What are you doing? And if you guys don't know me, my name is Kato. I play a variety of games, a lot of RPGs, some cozy games, and also Love and Deep Space. And if you want to stick around, then go ahead. But if you need to raid and round, I totally understand. You know, I know that shipping is exhausting, but feel free if you want to lurk. I guess we're unplugging the cables that Caleb was like repairing his suit.
That's dangerous.
You didn't want to be woken up?
If it's you, no matter what.
Icarus is a survival on a planet like Earth, and you have to survive the weather and many other things. Oh, that's cool. It's like a little bit of sci-fi?
Please wake me up.
I hate that I'm saying this, but when I first saw this scene, I was like, wake me up inside. You know, that scene. Not scene, oh my god, that song. Wake me up inside. Sci-fi. And then even worse, if you get this song from like that Goofy meme, you know, the version of Goofy singing the song. It's like, oh, wake me up. I don't know why I even thought of this. It was such a serious scene, but like this first time I started laughing to myself because I was like, what the heck? Why is my mind making such silly connections in a very serious moment? Come on, even save me from the dark. Yeah. But I mean, that is literally Caleb, honestly. This song lyric is very fitting. I support Caleb as we quietly head back to Linkshire in case the drones are still patrolling the city's outskirts. His system has sustained heavy damage. We need to quickly find a safe place for repairs. The black market merchant who sold us aircraft parts kindly let us use her old house for now. Although it's worn from age, the room is tidy. A vintage floor-to-ceiling window takes up an entire wall, so the space is flooded with light. Enjoy the lure, Crafty. Caleb, utterly exhausted, collapses onto the bed. I gently touch his eyelids and feel the trace of warmth beneath my fingertips. Suddenly, his eyelashes flutter.
Don't worry. I'm fully conscious.
He takes my hand and turns it over. The various cuts and scrapes I've collected from those days of looking for him in the ruins are revealed. The song is classic. It's hard to control making these connections, right? Like sometimes you hear one sentence and you immediately think of that like either iconic song or movie, whatever it is. His grip loosens, as if he's afraid to cause even the slightest discomfort.
Were you uncomfortable these past few days?
Without saying a single word, I press my palm against his. He understands and tries to pull away.
My system is fine.
I pin his hand down to the mattress. I sit on the edge of the bed and look at him.
Your hands...
My pain receptors have been modified, but you're not like me. I force his palm to align perfectly with mine, and my powered exoskeleton shifts as our transfer ports connect. Energy flows into his body. His wounds seemingly burn as they heal. Another last stream, yay! Doing Caleb Smith. We're like halfway there. Have you done the myth already, Spaghetti? I don't know if I read this already. Energy flows into his body. His wounds seemingly burn as they heal.
Let go of...
I use more of my energy to stop him from moving. His face slightly pales in the pain. This is how you repaired me before. I'm just returning the favor.
Don't waste your energy on me.
The energy transfer suddenly stops. I stare at my palm, shocked beyond disbelief. Caleb's system isn't fully repaired, but my energy is already drained. Unease creeps into my mind. Our energy levels are mismatched? Not yet. I have to study a lot lately. Oh, I see. Well, good luck on all of your exams. You knew? He turns his head away to avoid my gaze.
I'll recover. I just need more time.
I grab his shoulders and make him face me. Our gazes meet. You lied to me.
Yes, I did.
You know, I do have to say that I respect the fact that he right away just took accountability of the fact that he lied and he admitted, yes, I did. And he's not giving excuses. He's not like saying like, oh, you know, I didn't want to tell you, blah, blah, blah. No, he just said, yeah, I did lie. And I'm taking a full accountability for it. I like that, actually. I really do.
How are you going to punish me? I'll accept whatever it is you plan to do.
Or maybe she's just masochistic. You know, it's one of the two. No, I'm just kidding. or am I? My fingers trail from his shoulders to his collarbone and move toward the center of his neck. Your punishment. Promise me that you'll never leave me again. Ever.
What if I break it?
My fingers stop just above the crystal on his throat. All it would take is one push to transform him into something else. I know your weakness. If you break it, I'll make you my prisoner. MC sometimes has like the most random things to say. Like, why is she talking about imprisoning Caleb? This is similar how there's this one memory with Raphael. And MC out of nowhere, when Raphael is in the heat, right? He's kind of like feverish and can't really control himself. She's like, oh yeah, I'll lock you up in a cage and I'll force you to paint for me. Like, out of the most out of the pocket stuff she says sometimes. He hesitates before taking my hand. He sits up.
Where will you imprison me?
I feel like he's kind of into that. Isn't he? He's kind of playing along this. I will shackle you to a place only we know about.
Are you talking about that planet at the edges of deep space?
Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking. Like, it's their way of flirting. But like, I'm just like, that's, you know, interesting. Especially because MC sometimes says all of these things completely out of nowhere. And I'm like, you know, it takes a special someone to match your freak. You told me the people there called their living quarters a home.
Yeah.
And you said going home is a normal occurrence there.
Yes. Normal, but important.
Can we have a home if I take you there? So sweet.
Why do you want to go to that place with me?
Because you're my friend. The light from the window reaches his eyes and makes them shine like a nebula. I feel like he's regretting teaching her that, oh, we're friends. And only friends. He's kind of like, oh, there, I brought this on myself. Can I call you that?
Of course.
Yeah. I move closer and wrap my arms around him. His presence surrounds me. For a moment, the cold metal of his powered exoskeleton feels seemingly warm. Caleb.
I'm here.
I rest my head against his shoulder. Also, it's such a reassuring thing. Like when you're hugging someone and just say their name and they respond with, I'm here. Right? It's just so reassuring that I'm here, I'm there for you. Now I understand what it means to have a friend. He wraps his arm around me. His embrace is ever so gentle, as if he's afraid his powered exoskeleton might hurt me.
What does a friend mean to you?
Yeah, he's starting to question it. He's like, oh no, I don't think that we understand each other, like what the friend means. And maybe he also wants to confirm that maybe she actually feels something more than just friendship towards him. There's someone who'd do anything for me. There's someone I can't live without. I'd say it's like someone I can't live without out of these two, because like I don't like the first answer. The first answer, there's someone who'd do anything for me. That doesn't sound like an equal friendship if you ask me. Yui has internet again. Welcome back to the space of the internet, Yui. There's someone I can't live without. He slightly leans back and leaves just enough space between us. Hesitation flickers in his eyes. Is that not true?
You'll be older one day.
And you won't be my friend anymore when that happens?
When you leave the lab, you can live your own life.
I caress his cheek. Then let me be the only one in your life. Yeah, he's definitely realizing that, our definition of friendship doesn't match. It's not what you think it is, MC. This is not just friendship. He pauses before turning his head. His warm lips brush against my fingertips, and his voice is as soft as a whisper.
That's not the answer I expected.
No. Always that loud breathing. But honestly, I kind of like it. I was saying that earlier. I think that heavy breathing can be very attractive.
But I like it.
I sit up straight and extend my right pinky finger to Caleb. I get what you mean. Yeah. What are you looking at, Yui? What are you looking at? I'm just speaking the truth. Back then, you taught me about promises.
So you remember?
All of our memories are tied to the name Caleb. His eyes sparkle as he extends his pinky finger. I'm gonna do it too. Cute. Let's leave Phylos and travel to a planet at the far edges of deep space.
Okay.
Our pinky fingers, both encased in armor, hooked together, just like back then. It was summer at that time, and now it's currently summer. This season has finally become an inseparable part of my life. Oh, that's so cute. And an experiment log. Objectives. 1. Install and activate quantum interference modules for A01 and X02 to ensure stable operation. 2. Set the following trigger conditions. Initiate quantum interference when X02 and A01 energies fluctuations maintain synchronization for an extended period of time. So what I'm understanding here is that if those two interact too much and they synchronize that energy, you know, how they like exchange energy through palm touching, if they do that for a long time, then the chips that they have in their minds will initiate the quantum interference. Or your lunch for today was spaghetti with cheese sauce. Nice. For those on the run, a destination is like a beacon, a spiritual anchor guiding every step of the way. To reach our homeland at the edges of deep space, we still have much to prepare. Lancashire was a once bustling hub of aerospace innovation. Now it's nothing but ruins with abandoned equipment. We found a small spacecraft in an old warehouse on the outskirts. If it's modified and given enough fuel, it can fly again. We exchanged the aircraft we used to get here for the parts we needed with the black market merchant, Helen. Caleb and I ventured into the city, desolate outskirts to hunt wanderers for their protocores. Those will serve as a source of energy for our spacecraft. As the days passed, our dream of departure felt closer than ever before. They just want to go to space together. After working hard, we finally filled our pouch with protocores. It's currently midnight. But instead of heading back with our loot, Caleb and I are captivated by the scenery before us. A nameless lake sits on the far reaches of Lancshire's outskirt. The humid night air clings to our skin, and the calm lake mirrors the brilliant moonlight in the sky.
I saw this before in the lab's system logs.
It is a late date
Philosians
night.
missed the moonlight of their homeland, so they built an artificial satellite to mimic it.
We sit by the lake. I touch the water and the cool ripples curl around my fingers. They soothe the heat coming off from me.
When we finally see the moonlight in our homeland, we'll remember this night.
It's so far away.
Yes. Anything could happen. We might not even make it.
I place my hand deeper in the water and watch the ripples spread out. It doesn't matter, so as long as we're together. Caleb looks at me, then he tilts his head toward the sky.
No matter what happens, we'll always have the memory of tonight to hold close to our hearts.
That's so sweet. He raises his hand and a tiny, spinning black hole forms. The small ripples on the lake's surface gradually turn into waves. They're drawn upward by an invisible force. The water hovers above the lake. It forms a massive, transparent sphere that sparkles with reflected moonlight.
On that planet, they have something called a crystal ball. They're often given as gifts.
Are they also made out of water?
No. The ones there are smaller. Sometimes they have tiny items inside them to create scenes.
Do you guys have any snow globes? Or crystal balls? I don't have any. But I always find it really cool when people collect them. He stands and holds out his hand to me.
This one only belongs to us.
I wish I had one. Yeah, I get you. I would play with it a lot. Yeah, like every single time I see a snow globe, it's just like that urge that you have to like turn it upside down and put it back. Like it's just like, I feel like it's an unwritten rule of humanity. If you see a snow globe, you gotta shake it. You have to. You have a zoo keychain? Oh. Having floated before, I've gotten used to the feeling of my feet leaving the ground. Caleb pulls me effortlessly in the sphere. The transparent water around us shimmers with iridescent under the silver moonlight.
Hold on tight.
There's 2 alligators and 2 colors of water. And then you can shake it. That's so cool. He guides my hands to rest behind his waist and then wraps one arm around my shoulders. Our crystalline bubbles begin to float even higher. Caleb, is this another one of your magic tricks?
A magician relies on illusions. But I want to make all your wishes come true.
That's so sweet of him. Ugh. Prismatic lights dance around us, refracting and reflecting endlessly. They make me feel like I'm inside a giant crystal ball. Yet his eyes shine as pure and bright as tonight's moonlight. All my wishes will come true?
Yes, all of them.
I hold him even tighter. The wish I have right now has already been fulfilled. Stop. The only thing she wished for was essentially be close to Caleb, and it's already been fulfilled. The night is still, and all I can hear are our footsteps in the empty city.
Why are you staring at the ground? Are you exhausted?
Listen, our footsteps. They sound like they're going home.
You already think of it as your home, huh?
I watch our steps fall in and out of sync. I mean, us walking together is what feels like home. He slows his pace until we're walking side by side.
I'll remember the rhythm then. So from now on, we'll walk home like this, together.
This is too precious. It's so wholesome. I feel like he's playing I feel like he's playing another magic trick on me with his serious tone and how he says the word home. My heart is racing, as if I'm engrossed in an enchanting performance.
Now you're the one who's slowing down. What's wrong?
Because she's confused about her feelings. You know, her heart is racing. She can't focus. Probably has butterflies in her stomach. She's like, I don't understand what is happening. That's not friendship. He places his hands on my shoulders to steady me. Then he leans down and looks at my face.
Tired?
His compassionate gaze is so close. Not wanting him to notice my quickened heartbeat, I only nod.
We've been out for a while.
He suddenly stops, turns around, and crouches down in front of me.
Hop on. I'll carry you home.
You know that I've never gotten like a piggyback ride from anyone? To be fair, I feel like I'm too heavy for that. But I feel like that would be cute. Have you guys ever been like piggybacked by anyone like this? By a friend or someone? That seems nice. It seems fun. Though I don't know how long you can do that for. I assume probably like 10 meters and then you're like, okay, can you get off now? I don't move, instead opting to stare at him.
It'll be faster this way. Don't you want to go home soon?
Well, okay, let's hop on. Still feeling lightheaded, I climb onto his back. He lifts me with ease and walks forward.
If you're tired, close your eyes. You'll wake up at home.
I lean my head against his shoulder and let myself relax. Caleb,
What is it?
I like it when you say home.
Then I'll say it every day. Let's go home.
It's I don't know how to comment on that. It's so like such an innocent type of love, if you understand what I mean. Just enjoying the most simple things and being there for each other. I no longer care if he notices my racing heart, because I can feel his heart too. As my chest is pressed against his back, like mine, it's beating just as quickly. Our hearts are perfectly in sync. The rhythm is exciting and comforting. Good night, Caleb.
Good night.
Content. I close my eyes and fail to notice the faint blood red glow from the crystal embedded in his powered exoskeleton. No way. Yes way, Monarch. How are you doing? Two more chapters. Another experiment. Objectives. 1. The interference control module via feedback signals will adjust the patterns of entangled particles to generate specific quantum states. These will target the neural networks of A01 and X02 to disrupt their consciousness. 2. Monitor and document the destructive effects and quantum decoherence when the energy fluctuations of A01 and X02 converge. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hope the day has been well for you. I see that a lot of people are having exam seasons now. Shortly after exchanging energy with the girl and waking up, Caleb had an ominous premonition. The color changed in his powered exoskeleton's crystal, and the brief haze clouding his mind made him remember the ruins of the amusement park. The girl underwent the same process. The crystal discoloration and the mental fog. Those symptoms have been transferred to him. After their failed escape as children, the two had undergone many modifications. Maybe this was a failsafe, a mechanism the laboratory had implemented to prevent another attempt. But what was the trigger? When he carried the girl to the old house on his back that night, he finally realized the answer. The trigger was each other. More specifically, it was their feelings. The closer they became, and the more they interacted, the faster their consciousness degraded. They were programmed to be others' poison. This naturally formed bond was destructive, a catalyst designed to make them forget and hurt each other. Despite this newfound knowledge, he savored his sweet poison. All he wanted was to stand by her side and board the spacecraft destined to reach the far edges of deep space before the mechanism overwhelmed him. So he knows that no matter what, like the way they were programmed and modified in the lab they will destroy each other, but he would rather, I guess, self-destruct than to not be with her. The war between the government and the rebels had reached precarious stalemate. The central district has been reduced to rubble. You like Caleb most? Yes, Caleb is my favorite character. And second favorite is Raphael, but the first one, like Caleb is like on the very, very top. Then Raphael, then maybe Silas, and then at the bottom, Zane and Xavier, in that order. The flames of conflict spread to every part of the planet. Langshire was no exception. Outside the window, an ominous red glow lit up the night and was accompanied by faint, distant explosions.
It's me.
Helen rushes in with her grandson Colo. Both are disheveled from their journey, and her usually calm demeanor can't mask her fear.
The rebels are already at the city outskirts. It's sooner than I expected. We'll be boarding a large evacuation ship. You two should come with us. It's safer if we stick together.
If they find us, everyone on board will die. Caleb and I exchange a glance. We know that we are thinking the same thing.
Thank you, but our fuel is ready. We'll be leaving soon.
But your ship is a private spacecraft. It has never traveled that far. What if...
Back from lunch, welcome back. Why I like Caleb most? Personality-wise, he's like my ideal guy, like in real life. I was at when I started playing the game, and I didn't even know much about characters, and just based on what I was seeing from their personalities, I was like, okay, I really like Raphael as a character. He's a very fun guy. But Caleb would be the type of guy I would go for in real life, you know? Oh, hold on. This got like really low. Oh, that's a little better. I ate a sandwich with extra cheese. Why am I not surprised?
Do you really have to go? Where are you going?
Oh, Caleb pats the boy's head.
We're going to a place where the seasons change. We'll see life grow, a summer sunrise, and real moonlight.
Does this world have such a place?
Caleb shows a slight smile as he glances at the boy. He turns to look at me.
If this world doesn't have it, then we'll find one that does.
Oh, he's so sweet. Helen sighs and hands a metal box to Caleb.
Take this. It's the best warp drive I could get. And this is the communication key for our ship. Just in case. So long as you're within range, we can send a rescue shuttle.
After Helen nods, Colo places a small communicator in my hand. Thank you.
You need to go to that world you're looking for.
Take care, children.
They really care. We watch the massive spacecraft disappear into the sky. The flames of strife enter the heart of the city. Scared and dilapidated, Linkshire marches towards its funeral. Outside the floor-to-ceiling window, buildings stand against the blinding flames. Thick smoke fills the air, yet the city remains strangely silent. We have to leave immediately. Caleb goes to the warehouse to replace the spacecraft's engine. I stay behind to gather emergency supplies. We'll meet up after I'm done. Oh, run. I rush to the warehouse with everything I can carry. Yet, I see Caleb standing outside the spacecraft with his back to me. I have nutrient nuggets, supplement, concentrates, and...
X02. Command confirmed.
The crystal embedded in him emits a faint blood-red glow. I realized this happened to me when we were in the ruins of the amusement park. Caleb? I take a step and grab his arm, but when he turns around, his face is expressionless. I did believe something that could be called the ultimate, perfect weapon.
Carrying out orders. No. I'm not X02.
Fight it, Caleb.
Caleb.
Yes, you can do it. His unfocused eyes slowly regain clarity. The red glow from his powered exoskeleton fades. His body sways and I quickly steady him. Are your memories being erased? Is it because we exchanged energy?
Let's get out of here first. Once we're safe, I'll explain everything to you.
Oh, those scientists were horrible. How could they do that? They're just like two poor children. Outside of the spacecraft's viewport, Longshore, consumed by warfare, shrinks into the speck of light in the distance. As the spacecraft ascends, the entire planet seemingly spirals into an inferno. I pilot the ship, but my heart races as if it's feeling someone else's pain.
We have interference modules inside of us. When triggered, the one with the destructive energy will experience a degradation of their consciousness. Until they lose it completely. Then they must wait to be reactivated.
That's horrible. So before, it was MC that had this energy, but because they exchanged that energy, now Caleb carries that. It's clear what those people feared. Weapons with a will on their own. Suppressing the bitterness in my chest, I force myself to stay calm. If we leave Philos, the module won't be activated. He lowers his gaze to avoid looking at me. And that's when the truth hits me. Am I the trigger?
Whenever our energy synchronizes, it activates the interference module.
My body trembles, but a soft smile appears on his face.
It's not your fault. They knew I couldn't stop myself from wanting to synchronize with you.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they knew those kids liked each other because they saw them, growing up together and having this mutual attraction. So they were like, how about we experiment on you and we make you essentially kill each other at some point? Because why not? The countless experiments had dulled my anger and pain, yet they surge once more as they are reborn from my flesh. All of them deserve to die. But who are they? The researchers who modified us? The rulers who crave our power? The creators gave us this energy. Or is it fate itself that's binding us in each other's shadows? Before me is this boundless universe, yet my hatred can only merge with its unfathomable darkness. This should have been my burden. If Caleb didn't exchange his energy with mine, he wouldn't need to suffer. I grasped Caleb's hand and tried to reconnect to the port in his palm. Suddenly, something warm and sticky. I slowly turned over my hand. Dark red blood has mixed with a golden fluid in my palm. It flows down my wrist.
I'm sorry.
Caleb's smile softens as he opens his wounded palm. His transfer port has been completely destroyed.
We won't be exchanging energy anymore.
Oh, so he wants to protect her at all costs. Because, as I said, the person with that destructive energy are essentially gonna destroy themselves. And he doesn't want MC to destroy herself. So now he prevented the possible transfer of the energy anymore. And now he has to carry that destructive energy.
But at least, I got you onto this ship before I was taken away.
Oh.
I promised this would be our last escape. And I meant it.
Stop, he wants to sacrifice himself for her. His grin sends waves of fear through me. I grab his arm. Caleb, don't you dare leave me. We promised to reach the far reaches of deep space together.
Warning. Internal energy fluctuations are intensifying. Hull integrity at risk. Immediate action required.
The floating blades. I can't control them for much longer.
Even if you lose consciousness, it doesn't matter. I'll always be the one to wake you up.
Warning. Spacecraft is under heavy bombardment. Shield integrity at 70%. A massive fleet is approaching. Contact will occur in approximately 25 seconds. Please execute tactical evasive maneuvers.
This is perfect. Your fate is now mine. This is the last thing I can do for you.
But do you really think she wants to live without you? Man! No! No! You can't be doing that! He releases my hand, stands up, and leaves the cockpit. I try to follow him, but gravity pins me in place. A transparent door separates us. It's just like that barrier in the laboratory. But he won't be waiting for me on the other side this time. Caleb! No! Don't leave me! Caleb! Caleb stops in his tracks. He turns his head ever so slightly.
I'm sorry. I failed you as a friend. Our promise to reach the edges of deep space together. I broke it.
I can only see one of his eyes. Within it lies a gentle resolve that destroys my heart.
But the promise we had since we were born, I kept that one. Our bodies, minds, and spirits are from the same source. Even if it all fades away, my soul will always resonate with yours. Because...
His lips continue to move, but no sound comes out. This is Caleb's final goodbye. Oh. Assuming the end of this sentence, right? My soul will always resonate with yours. Because I love you. Stop! Stop! I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Okay, last chapter, guys. What do you think is gonna happen? I already know. Oh, this storyline, right? Honestly, this game has a really good story. Not just the main story, but also every single like love interest has a separate story, right? They're very intense. Caleb has a secret he never told anyone about. It was born the moment he became aware of her existence in the laboratory. He didn't know if it was related to their shared origin, her being the center of his world, or the fact that she was herself. Yet, in the end, none of it mattered. Every reason began and ended with her. This secret was a seed buried in his heart. And over the years, it grew into winding vines that formed an invisible net. It bound him and made him want to bind her just as tightly. At the beginning and the end of those vines was a single thorn, one that grew inward. Their shared connection meant his soul was always destined to recognize her. His soul resonated with hers again and again because he loved her. The deafening echo of that love had traversed the sealed laboratory, the war-torn planet, and the inevitable end. Now it would finally fade into silence. Stop it, Yoshi.
Combat unit detected. Multiple enemy vessels have been eliminated. The number of the fleet's pursuers has been significantly reduced.
Yeah, that's true. Yui knows the end of Omori.
Warning. Combat unit's vital signs are fluctuating. Severe wounds are likely. Warning. Combat unit is in freefall. Immediate action required.
The AI system voice reverberates through the spacecraft. With gravity restored in the cockpit, I opened the transparent door. Outside the viewport, the breeze from destroyed ships flies through the void like meteors. And there he is. The one I can't bear to lose. He's falling towards a final goodbye. Caleb, what makes you think my life could mean anything without you? I don't want to live in a world without you. Not even for a moment. There's a third option. That isn't one person escaping or getting dragged back to the lab. And maybe that's the ending I want. I touch the silver seed I always carry, open the emergency hatch and leap into the void. Controlling my powered exoskeleton, I drift through space. In the distance, ships explode in silence. Their remains streak across the emptiness. The receiver built in my ear picks up a sound. The piercing screech almost makes me think it's an auditory hallucination. Yeah, I cannot wait to see. Me too. I also don't know the ending, so we'll see tomorrow. You're not going. Yeah. Isn't this Caleb's receiver? My intuition makes me look down. That figure in black is quickly falling. As I hear his faint breathing through the receiver, I push my powered exoskeleton's engine to its limits and fly towards him. Go girl, go get it! Go faster, girl! Oh. Gotta click. Come on, reach for his hand. You can do it. Call him. Caleb!
You... How?
The real question is, how are you guys talking in space without any helmet? But like, okay, it's sci-fi, it doesn't matter. They have modified bodies. They can talk in the space. Have this just started? The story or the game? Because the story, we're at the very end of the story. But the game's like over a year old. The music and the breathing is 10 out of 10 for me. Same! Hi Willow, welcome back. We're just actually finishing the story. She's checking for his wounds. His own power is consuming him. Resonate.
You should visit any place you want.
No. This is where I want to be. In his heart.
This path will only lead to destruction.
Yeah, she knows, and she doesn't care. The world being destroyed isn't as scary as being separated from you.
We're from the same source.
Girl, I can't read that fast. In that case, facing destruction together will be our destiny.
Then it's a promise. In life and in death.
This sounds like a marriage vow to me.
We will never be apart.
Oh, and their kiss, the first and final kiss. Because, as you can see, they freaking explode after that. So. Yeah. That's the end of their love story. How many times his VA had to record his breathing again? I have no idea. I just hope he's getting paid enough for this, to be honest. I feel like I woke up from a long, endless dream. In that dream, countless nebulae were set aflame in the fathomless depths of space. They collapsed, and a black hole formed at its center. There was an explosion. New stars were born. Then I heard a faint voice telling me a story about another world. In the chaos, it was the only thing I could understand. So as they kissed, right, they created a black hole, and they, I guess, essentially got sucked into it and were dying. And Caleb was just constantly telling her stories about another world to kind of distract her from this tragic moment. That's so sad. And that voice kept saying the same words. Go home. Let's go home. Constructio and Destructio are two forces that drive the evolution of civilization. These intertwined forces are interlocked in a perpetual cycle. Viola's empire rose from the advent of technology which granted immortality, yet beneath its glory were the seeds of destruction that had long since been sown. Immortality meant the end of progress. Their decay began the moment it was achieved. Immortality could not sustain an immortal civilization. As destruction pushed this world toward its final moments, flames of hope were ignited somewhere else in the universe. It is a testament to the endless cycle of rebirth. From the fall of Philosian civilization, the final chapter. And we did it! We did his entire myth. So that was it. That's their past reincarnation. That's how they ended. That's like such a tragic love story, but also such a pure one, right? I was saying earlier that they were just simply learning these basic things together, like what's a friend, what's a home, and they just wanted to share those experiences together. I was writing an email and completely positive at all of it for this. Oh no. But yeah, I really liked it. I hope that once I get his other myth, you know, the one in the present day, I only have one card, so I can't complete it because you need to have 2 cards to do it. Then maybe I'll stream the other one too. This one, right? But oh well, can't do that right now. And look, he's just here. So even though he exploded, he's still here because he got a rebirth. He got reincarnated. I mean, that's good. You know, I'm not complaining about that. You know, well, we still have some time. I'm gonna do the playtime because I gotta do it. I haven't done it this week. So I might as well do some claw machine and chat. What is like the most epic love story that you've ever heard of? I have all of these, so I don't need that. Oh, okay, so we're gonna be doing the balanced one, I guess. I don't know, the best love story that I've ever read about.
You don't look nervous.
Or
aren't you afraid you won't be able to get one?
Movie or something? I actually don't know.
Looks like I gotta step up my game. Since I don't want to take the fall, I need to evolve into Plushie Man.
I think honestly
You go first and I'll
I
chain
read
one.
a lot of romance books, especially fantasy romance, but like I'm not gonna lie, most of them especially nowadays, I feel like are more based on
Your wish is my
attraction of
command.
the main characters, like physical attraction, rather than them actually falling in love, which is a little sad. And the thing is, like, there's nothing wrong with just being attracted to someone, right? But I feel like that's not enough to really call it a romance. There needs to be that emotional connection between the characters. I need to look at a romance story and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense that those two characters are together. And I usually don't get that. Usually it's like, oh yeah, they're just attracted towards one another. But like, why are they together? Like, you can be attracted to someone but not be with them. I need to know why specifically those two people decided to be in a relationship and stayed together. There's a movie called The Piano, and I love their romance. I don't think I've ever heard about it. Epic love story, the ones that end tragic. Basically any love story that you just think it's so good that you would consider it epic. Yeah, I agree. And there's no character growth either. You're so right. It's kind of disappointing. Yeah, especially because like, I feel like when you get into a relationship, you naturally kind of grow and change as you simply learn how to be with that person, how to love them, and how to be, I guess, the most healthy and best version of yourself for that partner. And you just don't really get that in romance stories. Especially with books, because I just read a lot of books, right? I don't really watch like movies, so I don't really know what romance looks like in movies right now. But I would assume it's probably something similar. I mean, Hollywood hasn't really changed much for the past 20 years, let's be honest. My favorite romance manhwa is How to Get My Husband on My Side. I don't think I've heard about it. Also, the music is so good. I highly recommend it. Also, The Piano, I don't know. Is it about a girl who plays on a piano? Is it like a tragic romance or no? At first, ML? Oh, male lead. It's like a door, but he later gets better. Like a door? Wait, what does it mean? So he's just like really stiff and boring? Or something? Caleb, you gotta give me a plushie. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do it. The Piano is about a small family, husband, wife, and daughter, who move overseas in 17th/18th century. It was an arranged marriage, and she does not love him. Oh. So I assume...
Damn it.
The story is
I thought you were
about
gonna
them
say, Caleb, you
learning how to love each other. I have seen movies, manga, manhwa, and books, but suddenly it's kind of the same on all of those. Really? Even in manhwas and mangas? I'm surprised about this one because I don't read romance stories that much from this. I've seen a few romance animes, and some of them I really like, but only like a few of them. And usually I only like the ones that end tragically, which is such a horrible thing to say, but like usually the ones that end in a tragic way,
if I get one, we'll talk.
are more wholesome romance stories. Where other ones, like sometimes like I just see those romance animes and I'm like, he's kind of an asshole. You know? Why is she into him? Oh yeah, I agree. I also used to watch Vampire Diaries, and I can understand what you mean. That like they've chosen, you know, very attractive actors. They knew what they were doing, but like to actually be with any of them, No, I want to keep playing. She plays the piano and teaches her daughter and meets someone. Oh, so it's not about the arranged marriage people. It's about a different person. The tragedy and a love story. Oh, I see. Of course, there's some good ones, but mostly they don't have very good character arcs. Oh, that's really sad. Manhwas started to all look the same now. Wow. Looks like it's just money farm now. To be fair, it makes sense because, you know, Korean media is so popular nowadays. So like, I kind of have the same sentiment with like K-pop groups. I kind of feel like most of them feel so similar right now because the market is just so oversaturated. There's so many K-pop groups and it's difficult to stand out. Plus, this is the same thing that I feel like with Korean skincare. Like, I watch quite a lot of different dermatologists online because I like skincare and I like learning about new things. And most of them say the same things, like Korean skincare is like really not that revolutionary, but people put it on a pedestal simply because K-pop is just so popular right now. So they think of it as like, oh my god, it's like so new and different. Korea is living in the year 3000 or something, but it's like it's like the same products you can find in other countries. It's just they're packaged a bit differently. I guess maybe more fancy or something. Now I want to rewatch it. Oh. Maybe you will this weekend. From romance animes that I want to watch Sign of Affection, because I've heard really good opinions about it. And also, you're the one, you're watching this one with Con, what is it called? Ferian? Something like that. This one. Is it a romance? I think it's a romance, right? Or at least there is a romance in the story. This one I was also thinking of watching because I've heard so many good opinions of it. How old do you have to be to play it? This game? I personally would recommend being at least 18 years old to play it. Because it has a little bit of explicit content and just in general really heavy topics as well. Sign of Affection. Yeah. Like I've seen... listen, the only reason why I even got interested in it is because I saw YouTube shorts and I was like, oh, this guy looks kind of like Gojo. So I was like, okay, I'm adding it to my list of things to watch. Okay, so this is not a romance, but it does have a romance. Okay, but that's still good. I do want to see it if it has a romance. Oh, The Apothecary Diaries. I also have seen this one. Maybe I'll watch it at some point. A guilty pleasure, it's Sweet Home Alabama. What? Sweet Home Alabama? Oh, that's a movie. I was like... Because, you know, when I think of Sweet Home Alabama, I thought of really weird jokes online. And I'm like... What you mean by that?
It's like rescuing them.
You know? Like siblings are dating and then someone answers Sweet Home Alabama.
Shouldn't you feel even better?
And I'm like, oh. So I got confused. Good thing that you added that this is a movie with Reese Witherspoon. That would make sense. I should have mentioned that. It's okay. It's definitely a thing. That's so crazy to me though. Like, why? Wow. Okay, let's do the cards too. I'm gonna put it on 4 times speed so we get through it faster. Okay, I'll go first. This one is awesome, the Apothecary Diaries. It is a romance though, right? I've seen only... Like, I recognize how the main characters look like. But I literally have no idea what it's about, if I'm being honest with you.
The unremarkable and boring one.
Man, I'm not getting good cards. Damn. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna win this, if I'm being honest with you.
The ordinary one.
Again, number one. Okay. Yeah, this is a terrible luck I'm having. It's fine.
I'm trying to feel something, but it's not working.
You started the Apothecary Diaries. How are you enjoying it?
Judging by your expression, it looks like you have something else in mind.
Yes, and the
Wanna
writing
file
is
an
good.
appeal to
There's a
Judge
lot of
Kitty?
mystery. Interesting. Hello, Ivy. How you doing? We just finished Caleb Smith, so I'm just doing my weekly mini games. Start second season. Oh wait, there's a second season already? I thought that it's only one season. Man, I'm not up to date with these animes, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what's going on.
But it's not working.
Hi, how are you? I'm doing great. How are you doing? I'm just trying to relax, honestly, after the finishing the story, because the story was like really emotional and just tragic, honestly. Still haven't read his myth. How did you like it?
You dropped one.
I don't know how to say this. Like, my reflections of their romance, I was telling earlier in the chat, I really like how sweet and innocent almost their romance was, and how wholesome for them was to learn like basic things together. But all good things must come to an end, let's say it like that. So I enjoyed it, definitely. But I think a lot of these myths end kind of badly, don't they? They all end with like someone dying or suffering. Is your favorite in Love and Deep Space? Okay. Look at the screen and take a wild guess. As expected, we can't be too happy, right? They were like, oh, you want to get a kiss with your main boy? I mean, you're gonna get it, but at a price. Are you gonna start a new route today? I mean, it's not a route game. It's a card game. So I'm not gonna be playing any other.
I'm trying to feel something, but it's not working.
Any other myths, because I don't even have that. Oh man, I lost so badly here.
Do you know of a way to help them reunite?
I just want to do the weekly mini games, and then we're gonna be ending the stream.
Then I'll help you smooth things over.
Oh, such a cutie. With a cost, yeah. At what cost we got it? But I mean, I kind of expected that Caleb's story is gonna be very tragic, because just in general, he is a very tragic character. Even in the main story, you can very easily see that he's suffering a lot, that he does so much self-sacrifice to just keep MC safe. That's basically his character arc. So... No, it's not like Mystic Messenger. It's like, there's gacha in this game, right? And so basically there's the main story in the game, but that main story, you don't really romance the character, it's just the story. But the romance part is those memory cards, what we just did, for example, and basically that's where the gacha system comes in. Because you can pull for cards and basically get those romance stories within the universe with those characters. It's good to see you streaming. It feels like I haven't caught a stream in a while. Oh, I'm happy that you're here then. How are you doing? La Roar. Am I
We
even
were just
pronouncing your
playing
name
cards, but it felt like we just got off a roller coaster.
right? No, I'm blessed today. Yeah, I got only blue cards.
I'm trying to feel something, but it's not working.
Just like Tears of Themis. See, I've only played a little bit of that game, you know that. So I don't really know anything about this game. Very true, there's a YouTuber who did a video on him.
The unremarkable and boring.
Yeah, I've seen that video. This girl like blew up kind of out of nowhere and I love that for her. Like when she did that, I was showing the chat this video when she did her first video on Zane. And I was like, look at the thumbnail and tell me you're not intrigued. And obviously I watched the whole video because I was intrigued by this thumbnail. And then she did Silas. I still haven't seen the Silas video, but I've seen the Caleb video. And I was just like, like as if I wasn't like so emotionally invested in this character because I just feel so much empathy. And I just like, I feel like he just needs a hug, you know? As if I already didn't feel it enough. Then I watched this video and I'm just like, oh, you know, I feel so sad for him. They're so good, right? I really love that. I was talking about it to my other friends that Love and Deep Space currently doesn't really have any commentary YouTubers. Because usually, you know, you have like the gameplay players, you have the lore players, and then you have commentary people who do video essays. We don't really have that in Love and Deep Space so far. And so I'm glad that someone decided to step in and do something that is so relevant to the story. And also do it in such a like interesting and I don't know how to say this, like interesting but also backed with some psychological facts and research stuff. So it's not like just her saying like, oh, I think that Caleb is traumatized because something. No, she like actually puts so much research into her videos. And I really love that. Like these are just the best videos to watch for me.
The unremarkable and boring one.
I'm doing well. I hope you're having a good day too. Yeah, I am. Thank you for asking.
I'm trying to feel something, but it's not working.
Dilbo, I didn't click that thumbnail. What? What? Tilbo? What do you mean? It's got so much lore and depth. Yeah, I agree. Who's your favorite boy, Envy? In Love and Deep Space? Or boys, you know, plural. Who says you have to choose just one? I mean, hey, the game kind of rewards you
Kitty God isn't here today.
For liking more than one guy.
A blind eye, at least.
But honestly, much respect for those of you who have more than one main, because I feel like having one main is already a lot. I feel like, oh my god, I constantly have to pull. Like, I don't have a moment to rest. So I can't imagine having more than one boy. Take the chip out. I think I've heard somewhere, but I just don't remember where, that like Caleb can't take out of the chip, but I don't remember what was the reason. I would need to dig deeper into the lore to remember why Caleb can't take out the chip. Right now, I have very intense Caleb brain rot, but in general, like Caleb, Xavier, Zane, sorry. I said Zayless. Zane and Silas.
You dropped one of your cards.
Oh, why?
I'm trying to feel something.
So it's basically everyone except Raphael. Oh my god. Wow, Raphael catching strays. Yeah, for me, it's Caleb first, then Raphael, then Silas, then Zane, then Xavier. But I like Caleb the most, and I would definitely consider him my main. Pretty much. Okay, so tell me, what is it about Raphael that you just don't like? I mean, honestly, as much as I like Raphael, he has his issues. And like, I totally get people who don't like him. Like, I get it. I tried to stick to multi-banners and now myth banners. You know, that's actually a good method to getting what you want. Like, I, for example, knew that Caleb's myth banner is coming, so I had to skip Raphael's banner, myth banner, but I'm just like, you know what? I'll wait because I care about Caleb more. His myth is more important to me. There's not enough room for 2 drama queens. I love that, you know? I love that. For me, I think that him being such a drama queen is what I like about him. He's just so unserious. I mean, I think at least he's unserious, you know? Yay, I'm back. Hi. Welcome back. Oh, I really am not getting any brown card. Caleb's gonna win.
I'm trying to feel something, but it's not working.
Just put that card in here. Okay. I don't think I won a single time today. Maybe once. He's great, to be honest. I do really like him as a character. Yeah, as a character, he's really fun. But this is the same sentiment I had when I first started playing the game. I was like, oh, I really like Raphael as a character. But to romance, I would prefer Caleb. Give me this time better cards. Maybe you can win for once.
I'm trying to feel something, but it's not working.
No, I don't think I'm gonna win if I'm being honest with you. I have a feeling.
The unremarkable and boring one.
Oh wait, I got 6. If he didn't get a 6, of course he got a 5. Like, I can't have my win, can I? Okay. That's fine. That's okay. Just gonna claim the kitty... What is it? Kitty counter stamps, maybe, or something. I want to try to finish this collection, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Nope. Let's do it again. No? Well, didn't finish it. I do have only 1 left, so... I'm hoping one day we'll get there. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. And let me know if you would like more streams like this. Hold on, let me see who is also playing Love and Deep Space. So maybe we could check them out. Yeah, I hope that the day is gonna go really well for all of you. Hold on. Trying to see the... Maybe we could go and say hello to Ryu. I wasn't sure if they speak in English. Because, you know, I've been saying this, that like sometimes people have the English tag on and then they don't speak English in their stream, and I'm like, why you do that? Why you have that? But all right, let's create the raid. If you guys want to participate in the raid, if you're watching on YouTube, then you have to go over to Twitch, because unfortunately you can't raid anyone on YouTube. But thank you again so much, everyone, for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna be finishing Omori tomorrow, so remember, that's going to be our last thing that we're gonna do. And for today, that will be it. So bye bye.